What's your sense of the offense so far as you guys are transitioning away from Ben and John?
Yeah.
Are there a lot of similarities or a lot of different wrinkles now?
I mean, a lot of stuff is the same. You know, some stuff obviously going to change, but I mean, it looks good so far. So that's all I'm saying. Yeah.
So you think this sets you up for an even bigger year? You had a big year last year, but an even bigger one. Is your role expanding more in the passing game?
Yeah. I mean, whatever they want me to do. I mean, I'm willing to do it. I just want to win the Super Bowl ultimately. So, I mean, they told me that I'm going to line up at safety some this year, so I'll be doing that little nickel. So.
Hey, Josh, one of the things that Dan was saying to us this morning was that the offensive line is one of the areas he's really keeping an eye on. How does it change for you guys in your position, you and Timo, you guys there, and what kind of acclimation period might there be?
I mean, they're all being taught by the same, Hank. So, I mean, pretty much everything's going to be the same. So, I mean, I'm not really worried about it too much. I'm confident in them, and I got trust in them. So, I think it's going to be fine.
Is Tate giving the sense right now that he is a rookie at center? How is he picking it up right now?
Some stuff's obviously going to be shaky, like, different snap counts and stuff, like snapping the ball. But other than that, he's doing great. I've known him since high school. He's always had that dog mentality in him, so I can't wait to see him this year.
Is the playbook much different as far as, the verbiage or how John calls the plays? What's the difference between him and Ben so far?
I mean, they was here at the same time a couple years ago, so, I mean, it's not a lot that's changed, but, I mean, like I said, little tweaks here and there, but it's good.
What stands out about him now, about John?
His energy. He's always, high energy guy. Always, he's funny. He's funny. He's hilarious. I was gonna say something, but yeah, he's hilarious. He's always making jokes. But he loves the game a lot. So yeah, we respect him for that. Always, he wants to win now. So we're on the same page.
Can you describe what your mentality is, how different it is walking into camp this year compared to your rookie year or last year?
I mean, I approach everything the same. I mean, I'm just not going to be too high, not too low, just try to do my job and get better, every day.
Knowing how the NFL runs, though, do you feel a little bit different? You have more under your belt, more confidence?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Rookie year, I didn't know what to expect. So, and last year I was pretty much fine, and this year I feel even better. So.
Jahmyr, the way last season ended, and then you guys had some injuries, lost some offensive line, tough schedule. There's a perception the Lions would maybe take a step back. 15-2 is hard to.
Yeah.
Do you hear that perception of possibly taking a step back?
I mean, yeah, I hear it, but I mean, we control that narrative. So if we come in here and work every day, then I mean, it's going to show up on Sundays, Mondays, Thursdays. So I mean, we'll see where that takes us.
Last year at this time, everybody was pretty vocal about what the ultimate end goal was.
Yeah.
This year, does that even have to be said whenever y'all walked into this game?
Nah, I mean, we know what we want to do. Not too much talking needs to be said about it. So we're just going to work to try to get that. So.
Getting to be the first team in your training camp, is there any benefit to that? Is the mentality any different when you got to get the head start on everyone?
No, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that, so shit. I don't know.
All good?
What was the motivation for the jersey?
Oh, I just didn't like 26. When I got drafted, that was the lowest number available. It was like 26, 33, 35, 40. I was like, bro, it's 26. Like,
What's it like with Jahmyr again?
It's great. Everybody loves him. He's hilarious. High energy guy too, just like Johnny Mo and Scotty. They all gonna get along, very well. This is great being around all of them.
With him, are you guys kind of like falling right back into where you?
Yeah, I mean, nothing much has changed at all. It's funny because I was 17 back then, and now I'm 23, but nothing's changed. So, and I still talk to him over the years, even when I was at Bama and my first 2 years here. So, yeah, it was picked up where we left off.
All right, thanks, guys. Well, Montgomery next.
We're asking Jahmyr just about the difference in changing from Ben to John Morton. What have you seen so far as the differences? What are the things you've had to adjust to?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, they different people. Ben was an awesome OC, and he's going to be even better head coach. But I think we got a damn good OC and Coach Johnny Mo too. So I think they coach a little different. Johnny Mo's a little bit more, verbal and vocal. But I love it.
Do you expect sort of the playbook to kind of still be sort of what it was last year? I think John even talked about that, like why make too many tweaks really when things have been working?
Yeah, I think, like again, like Johnny Mo's a completely different person than Ben. I think we'll have a lot of similarities, but we definitely have a little bit of changes too, just knowing that he's a different person and a different coach also. So it'll be exciting still.
Dan seemed to be a little bit more involved and a little more verbal today. Is that a change too, just him being a little bit more involved in the offense today?
I mean, not what I've noticed. I mean, Coach Campbell's always been pretty involved, so I guess that you guys see it from a different perspective than I do, but yeah, he's always been pretty involved.
You guys have a few changes on offense besides the coordinator. Offensive lineman left, a lot of stuff to figure out there. Any concerns in your mind at all that the offense picks right up where it left off?
No concerns at all. You know, they do a good job of bringing the right guys in here, and you know, we got a bunch of young, hungry guys who just got in here too, and they're learning fast. So no concerns at all.
The offensive line has a couple of new faces potentially stepping in this season. You've obviously loved running behind that unit the first couple of years here. What do you expect out of that group now that it's looking a little bit different than this season?
I expect the same thing. You know, they all have the same potential to be what we've been in recent years. But the unique thing about this league, everything changes every year. You never have the same exact team that you had the year before. So it'll be new, but those guys have high potential, high ceilings, and I'm excited to see what they'll do.
David, with how much time the offensive line and running backs spend together, how much do you put it on yourself to help the younger offensive line just kind of come to and pick this stuff up really quickly?
Oddly enough, I think it's like more so of me trying to get closer to them as a person than trying to like help push them to, you know, get the playbook. Because I mean, everybody's telling them to get in the playbook. Everybody's kind of pushing them to make sure that they know what they know. So I kind of bring in a different narrative of telling them like, I'm here to just be a teammate to you, to let you know like, don't allow this to give you pressure at all, but allow you to just, you know, know what you're capable of and do what you know you can do.
What kind of chip do you have on your shoulder this year? I know you've come in past years with a little bit of something to prove. How does that kind of progress as you work here on the longer?
Yeah, this is probably the hungriest that I have been, you know, because I feel like, you know, a lot of people kind of forget that I'm here in the offense too. So I'm not here to prove anybody wrong. I'm here to prove myself right and be the best teammate that I can be, but I definitely got like a big chip on my shoulder.
We saw a glimpse of you out there in the field with Jahmyr at the same time. Just how excited are you about potentially more of those opportunities? Yeah,
it's super exciting. You know, being able to have me and him on the field at the same time, it'll be tough for defense to prepare for us. So it'll be super excited to see us both out there at the same time.
Did the way last season ended, did that sting for a while? Does it still linger? Do you think about it at all?
I'm a short-term guy. I kind of let things go. I'd have been in the league, you know, long enough for me to understand, like, you can't hold on to spilled milk. I mean, you just clean it up, and you figure out what you do next to get another glass. So.
Why do you think that people have kind of forgotten that you were still here?
I got hurt last year towards the end of the year, and I wasn't able to perform the way I wanted to. Yeah, I don't really know, but that's fine. I don't mind it.
David, when you say you're the hungriest you've ever been, how do you feel that manifesting itself? Like, how is that shining through in how you work, how you play this year?
Yeah, I spent a lot of time alone to myself, you know, just talking to myself, giving myself, you know, pep talks of like the reality of what it actually is and not really focus on the things that aren't true. But yeah, it's a lot of me versus me than me versus anybody else. So.
This team has been knocking at the door for a few years now. Does that add to the hunger for all of you guys?
Yeah, for sure. Everybody's out here hungry. You know, we tired of just being like at the close. Everybody's tired of being close. You know, it's cool to be close at first, but you don't want to get comfortable with being close all the time. That's not what you want to be known for, especially when you know you got the guys that you got on this team, and you know you want to finish it. So that's the year. This is the year for us. You know, the year of the reckoning and the year that we choose that we need to finish.
What's your reaction to seeing Frank retire, and how confident are you in whether it's Graham or Tate or someone else stepping into that center position?
Oh yeah, when Frankie retired, I was happy for him. You know, I think everybody don't really understand like the toll and the capacity of this game that it puts on like our bodies and our minds. But, you know, Frank was always a professional. He never was one of those guys who was selfish, and, you know, he played as long as he could, like, really. And Frankie was hurting. But to see him retire the way he did and leave his legacy, I'll always remember Frank as one of the best teammates I've ever had. You know, me and Frank still text to this day, and I'll continue to text him for the rest of my life because that's how important he was to me. And, you know, I was just happy that he was able to get some clarity on what he wanted to do, and I'm happy that he did it.
You think the young guy, Tate, can step in day one as a starter, rookie in this league?
If he wasn't here, if they didn't bring him here, I wouldn't think he would be able to. So he's here for a reason, and I know he'll be prepared to do so.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.